on the side of the people that flew into the towers, what do you take away from that day about the nature, about human nature, about good and evil? How did that change your view of the world?
I I I witnessed evil firsthand. I remember later on, well into that night when we were trying to help get those police officers out. I remember looking up at the building, Century 21, the store runs along the east side of the towers, and it was still there. And the debris had come down right almost to the edge. And Century 21 is this old storied department store in New York City, and the sign was there, and it was still lit up. Like some of the neon was broken, but I think some of it was actually still lit up. And I just looked around, and I was like, this is a war zone. Like, we're at war. And we knew we were attacked. We heard the fighter planes, and back then it wasn't the extensive communication network. And we had cell phones, but they were the old school flip phones, and there was no news on them. And so, plus we didn't have a signal down there anyway. I couldn't reach my family for like 12, 13 hours. And my dad had deployed down to the ferry terminal to retrieve bodies. He was retired, but he still went. And they deployed him to go be basically the morgue transport guys. They expected to be sending hundreds and thousands of bodies across on the ferry. And they set up these tractor trailers as a mobile morgue. And that never happened because there were no bodies to take. They were all buried. Um, so I saw evil firsthand. I don't know how someone can inflict such revenge or a vengeful act for in the name of anything, in the name of a religion, in the name of a cause, in the name, like, what the hell?
Were you ever able to make sense of that? Why men are able to commit such acts of terror in the days and the years after?
No, Lex, I haven't. My mom's from Ireland, and I still have a lot of family there, and my great uncles. One of them was dragged out and shot. No, he lived, but just based on a rumor that he was in the IRA. And I wasn't happy to see what happened to my mom's people, because they were victimized and brutalized by England at that time. But blowing up bombs and killing innocents in the name of that, it doesn't make it right. I couldn't justify something like that. I can see, I was a cop, I was a soldier, and you never want to take life in those jobs, but sometimes you have to. But you don't do it with a vengeance. You don't do it with a thirst. You do it because it's necessary for survival. When you do it out of a bloodlust, out of a thirst, out of a cause, that's evil. There's something wrong with you. I have no, I respect life to the highest level. I'm very, life is sacred to me. It's precious. It's beyond, it's not a commodity. It's a gift. But to take life just so randomly, there's something way wrong with that person. And maybe I'm a conflicted soul, but I would have no problem seeing someone like that put to death because they do not deserve life. Um, there's many children around this world that are being taught to hate someone who's different than them just because the person who's allegedly teaching them says so. I don't understand it.
Well, that starts with just having a basic respect and appreciation of other human beings.